Ashley Dvorkin for Fox 411. The red carpet has rolled out for awards season, and today we bring you a list of those who this year will get to boast shiny new Golden Tomatoes. That's right, the winners of the RottenTomatoes.com 2014 Golden Tomato Awards have been announced. And here to recap these top reviewed films of the past year is Matt Atchity, editor-in-chief of RottenTomatoes.com. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Great to see you here on set.
I know, it's great to be here.
And with a Golden Tomato.
Exactly.
So let's start with that. Tell us about the Golden Tomatoes and how these awards are decided and how many categories there are.
So the Golden Tomatoes are simply the best reviewed films of the entire calendar year. We analyze the numbers, we analyze the tomato meters, and have a formula that kind of accounts for the differences in reviews. We have a cutoff date that's a couple days after the new year starts, and then we just start kind of crunching the numbers and come up with what the winners are across the various categories. The two primary awards are Best Reviewed Film in Wide Release and Best Reviewed Film in Limited Release, and then we have a lot of different categories that kind of address the various genres that films fall into.
Okay, let's talk some winners. All right, now, wide release. Who won Best Wide Release?
Boyhood, as directed by Richard Linklater. This is a movie that's 12 years in the making. Kind of a stunning achievement. The critics really applaud what we see here. You see Eller Coltrane literally grow into a man on screen in front of us. Mm-hmm. It's a very audacious idea for a movie. And it's more than just the gimmick. That's where the critics really like this one, is that it really does tell this really human story that you could have realistically told with just different actors in that role. So it's an enhancement, but it's not the whole gimmick of the movie.
Right, absolutely. And then in limited release?
In limited release is Selma, as directed by Ava DuVernay. Mm-hmm. This is the story of the march from Selma to Mobile. It focuses on Martin Luther King and his work on the Voting Rights Act and, kind of civil rights work in Alabama and the rest of the South. But this is a pivotal moment that focuses on a few weeks. Critics really like this movie. This one's at 100% with upwards of 70 reviews. It is the best reviewed film in limited release. It's about to open in wide release nationwide, so got a great opportunity to see that one in theaters. And I should mention, Boyhood is new on DVD this week.
Correct, yeah.
So you can watch both of the primary Golden Tomato winners this week.
Yes, a lot of these you can catch up on as the awards season continues. Now you also have, and I think action is an understatement for this film that won, the best reviewed action-adventure film.
Yes, John Wick, starring Keanu Reeves. This is a movie that caught a lot of people off guard. This is a fantastic movie. Really, really fun. Great action. The directors told us that they think winning the Golden Tomato is better than winning an Oscar.
Nice.
I'm not sure about that, but they're pretty excited.
It's a good compliment.
Right, they're pretty excited. And that John Wick is a great movie, a lot of fun. Keanu Reeves showing the moves that we haven't seen since The Matrix. Absolutely top-notch action film.
And then Best Animated Film.
Best Animated Film goes to the Lego Movie, directed by Phil Miller and Christopher Lord. It's fantastic. This is the other giant hit that Chris Pratt was in this year. He's on top of the world. The Lego Movie's sweet. I remember hearing when the Lego Movie was going to get developed, you think, how are they going to make a movie out of Legos? And those guys blew everyone away. The critics love that movie. It's got a lot of heart, a lot of jokes about Legos. Really, really a fun movie that the whole family could enjoy.
And which very famous director is going to take the Golden Tomato for comedy? Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson, thank you.
Sorry,
yes.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yes, Grand
one of my
Budapest
favorites.
Hotel.
Yeah.
A fantastic movie. Critics really like this one. Probably his most stylized film. It's great performance from Ralph Fiennes in this one. Who knew Ralph Fiennes was so good at comedy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we'd seen a little bit of comic from him, but this is really, really high comedy. Critics love this one. Wes Anderson is a critical favorite, and they like most of his movies. But this is one that really is the best reviewed comedy of the year.
And you have a wide range of other categories, some unique categories you don't usually hear about in awards season. So let's go through a few of them. You could just list who won. Best reviewed comic book graphic novel.
Yeah, we decided to make a specific category because there are so many comic book movies. This one goes to Snowpiercer, which is based off a French graphic novel and a very well-reviewed movie this year.
And documentary?
Documentary goes to Life Itself, the story about Roger Ebert, who mentions Ava DuVernay, director of Selma, is a filmmaker to watch, and Ava DuVernay makes an appearance in Life Itself.
Interesting. And then also musical performing arts.
Whiplash,
yeah.
One of my favorite movies of the year. I think it's one of yours too,
yes,
right?
Yep.
J.K. Simmons puts in a chilling performance. Damien Chazelle directed that movie. Fantastic film.
And then sci-fi fantasy film.
sci-fi fantasy film.
We've got Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and Andy
Apes.
Serkis being recognized, for his motion capture work, which you don't see a lot over award season, but so much goes into that.
So much goes into that. I'd like to see the Academy and some of the other acting branches start recognizing Andy Serkis's work. I think that we are seeing kind of a new style of acting here, and there's debate about whether or not it's the same as traditional acting techniques, but there's something to be said for what Serkis can do in these characters that really adds a new layer to it.
Oh, yes. And then let's just finish this with Thriller. So let's round it out. The best reviewed thriller film this year.
Nightcrawler. Great movie. It kind of touches on local news. For those of us in the media, it's an interesting look at how local news, or at least a slanted view of how local news works, directed by Dan Gilroy, who was in our offices for an interview and was coveting a Golden Tomato there. So he's very glad to learn that he won a Golden Tomato for Nightcrawler.
So just clarify that, because you were talking about him as the director. Who gets the Golden Tomato of the whole movie? The director?
We intend they go to the director. Now, from time to time, people will also ask for them, like the producers, but they are awarded to the director because really film is a director's medium.
Great. Okay, well, we got to 10 of them. There are many more, so if you want to see more Golden Tomato winners of this past year, check out RottenTomatoes.com. And this is a good list of critically acclaimed options for moviegoers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking for something to see this weekend. So, Matt, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Great to see you. And, again, see RottenTomatoes.com for more. Thanks so much for watching. For Fox 411, I'm Ashley Dvorkin.